Every single odd number has an E in it.
Thanks. This is my friend Corey, because Jake couldn't get on. And Corey, this is just something for a really shitty YouTube channel that I have. So, doesn't need to be too serious. As you can hear, Zach likes to beat his dick in the background. Hold on. Zach, you're fucking loud as shit. But anyway,
Yes.
um, we just talk about stuff here. We just
Wait,
talk about,
no,
we have
I
fun.
found it. Yes, 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 yes.
What'd you find?
My favorite, my favorite joke in maybe the history of all jokes to ever exist.
What is it?
Hold up, I'm gonna put it in podcast.
Alright, yeah. But yeah, we just talk about stupid shit and make fun of. We make fun of people.
And we make fun of a Jeep pie.
Yeah.
I really hope that isn't an edited version. Hold up, I'll actually.
Oh, it's this one! I've seen that. I love that video. Oh.
If a
Zach.
nigga gonna borrow a fry, nigga, is you gonna give it back?
You or hear you and not speak.
What? Oh. Well, Zach, talk to us about a Jeep Pie. What's the situation
Oh no,
with him?
okay. I
He's
fixed
been.
it.
Yeah, Jeep pie was forced to quit because he's dumb man.
Like, was there
He,
any?
he held up.
Yeah.
He held up a fidget spinner, and so the entire government got angry at him and gave him a slap on the ass, and he went his way.
I actually gotta read the thing that you sent me because I saw it when I was about to go to class. I'm like, I'll look at it later. Uh, was announced plans to depart the commission when President-elected Joe Biden is inaugurated on January 20th. Pie has served the
What?
FCC since 2012. Yeah, he's gonna leave on the inauguration day. Uh,
Uh,
Pie
so okay, so
yeah.
my brother likes Trump right over Biden. You
Yeah.
want to know what his reason was for liking Trump over Biden?
Why?
Is what
What?
he said because Biden sniffs children.
I mean, he does, bro.
But like,
He's not
how's that
wrong.
worse than Trump? Like that singular
How
reason is
old
what?
is this brother in question?
He is 13, I think.
That makes sense. In year 6, like, a bunch of kids were horrible. But I mean, not all of them, so.
No, then year 7. Wait, is he?
Yeah.
No, he's
Well,
4.
I'm just referring to my experiences because I remember we watched the election in year 6.
Oh yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
And we had a friend named Emily that kept on coming up to us saying, "Yo, Trump almost got elected. The chance of World War III went up by 3%."
I don't know where she got that statistic from.
Do I want to know or what? I just had a. I
I
don't know
want
where
to
she
know
got it
where she
from.
got that.
their sources are do trust me.
Yeah, I don't know where she got it from. She just was like, "Oh, I'm watching this thing on the library computers, and I'm gonna come up to you guys
It
while you're
was
playing
like
tip." I
I
actually,
got all my news from Fox News.
yeah, it was probably from Fox News.
Where's that one speech where Biden goes, and I learned to love kids jumping on my lap?
That was while he was still campaigning, bro. I love it so much. But oh, bro, can I talk about One Piece, Zach, real quick?
Yes, obviously.
Yeah.
I'd
Wait.
make this a One Piece podcast if given the power.
It can be. Corey, are you okay with hearing stuff about One Piece?
Oh yeah.
So you're not afraid of spoilers or anything, or have you finished
No,
it?
I've been like I haven't finished it, but I've always like been into like I haven't had the patience to watch it, but I've like been in the anime fandom like since I
Okay.
was like young, so like I just know.
Okay.
Stupid Jesse Owens, you made me look bad.
um. So Thriller Bark. I'm like midway through it. Like there's the big giant zombie Luffy. Sanji's basically fucking dead.
Why do I keep on
Zoro.
throwing my?
Zoro's unconscious, Frankie and Brooke are in the ground. Thriller Bark started off very weird and okay for me. I don't know
Yeah,
why. It was just like,
it's
it's fine.
it's not a bad arc, but like when it's right next to Water
Annie's
7
lobby.
and his lobby,
Yeah.
it is like that arc in terms of quality, I'd say is probably equal to some of the pre Arlong Park arcs.
Yeah.
Ooh, actually, I think Baratier is a bit better.
Yeah. But yeah, it like you can see that it's kind of a clear downgrade. There's a certain point I really like the Usopp and Persona fight. That's probably
Yeah,
my favorite part of the arc at the moment.
it's because Usopp.
Because you really see Usopp just is mega depressed. He has like
Yeah.
he's just depressed, and so that means that Persona can't do shit for the first part of it, which I found genuinely hilarious. Um, but so far Brooke is fine. I know a little bit about him, but she's like, oh wow, Brooke's a character now. That's interesting. The main villains and all that are just kind of there besides Persona. Um, yeah, no, and just there's a lot of running around and stuff.
Yeah, Gecko Mori is not a very good villain.
Yeah, even though they're like, wow, he's one of the 7 warlords of the sea, it's just like, I'm bad because I want to be king of pirates. Also, big monster Luffy. Funny.
I'm a fat fuck and I look like a cucumber had sex with a vampire.
Yeah, basically. And it's kind of it like the arc isn't bad. It's just at some points it just becomes very uninteresting, and it's just okay. It's just fine.
I
Um,
think it's essentially like this sounds super weird, but it is a highly advanced variation on Ling Long Schling Shong Bingalong fucking long fucking dick cunt island arc.
it definitely feels like that. 'Cause instead of the trials, it's more we gotta go get the zombies, and there are 3 different groups that go try and find the zombies, and then it all merges into one sort of big thing, which I can
Yeah.
definitely see.
But
It's
obviously
yeah.
it's not exact because if it was an exact remake, it would still be bad because that arc in general was like set up to be sort of uninteresting and
Yeah.
yeah.
Only interesting part about it was the power of the fucking afro, and closer to the end of the final fight, I think at least.
The
Okay,
most
I have a
interesting.
task.
No,
I have
go
a
on.
task. I have a task for you guys. Convince me as to why I should watch One Piece.
Don't
Go.
watch it.
Hold on,
Oh.
hold on. This could be a opportunity to educate the non-religious zealots of the world.
Okay, Zach, take the floor. You're the big anime brain man who lives in his mom's basement and
hold
only
on.
suckles on the teat of fucking Pepsi. Tell us. And he's muted. Fuck. But from my experience, watching it is a good time, at least in the earlier parts, because I started off watching it. But at once it gets to Skypiea, the episodes start to kind of drag, and I don't know if it's because of the writing or if it's just in general like
I've returned.
they're setting it
My
up.
mother came into my room and she was about to tell me something, but I was on this. Okay,
Yeah.
One Piece is unironically the best story I have ever read.
Oh yeah, I agree.
That's
Well, it's one
Almost
of the
every
best.
chapter was worth it.
Yeah.
so I
Except
should
for
read it but not watch it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because of how long it is, it would be a complete and utter waste of time to actually watch it all the way through.
I've made like a
Yeah,
rough calculation. It's like roughly 4 times longer to watch the anime than it is just read the manga.
I
Damn.
saw a thing where it's like it takes like a day and like a half to like just watch the openings and endings of the anime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. Like Zach and I both agree that if you're reading it, you gotta go and watch a lot of the fights afterwards.
Yeah.
because
They do individual moments better, but as a collective,
yeah, as a collective, it's just more streamlined and it's easier, and you actually get to see a lot more of Oda's passion. And also, it has neat little like side chapter things at the start of it, which I find is really cool. I just like them. Endless vase.
yes.
Yeah, but Corey, definitely read it. Because where I'm
Yeah.
up to, at least, it's worth it. I completed Annie's lobby. Well, no, I either yeah, Annie's lobby and Water 7. I completed it within about a week probably for each, if not a week and a half for the entire thing. And it was just
Yeah.
a really good time. Either way, it was streamlined. I could just read it on the bus, and it was just good. But
Is this chowder?
yeah,
Yes, it's Mongdal taking the moon for nearly 10 hours.
but
Um,
all of the majority of the characters are really good and interesting characters. Some of the villains are a bit iffy, like Long Dong Schling Along, whatever the hell Zach wants to
And-
call it.
And Axe Hand Morgan.
Yeah,
He doesn't do anything.
Accent Morgan just kind of existed for the first part.
I
But,
mean, he sort of foreshadows the corruption in the Marines, but that's like slightly.
yeah, but overall, I agree with what Zach said. Each chapter was ultimately worth it because Oda is just fantastic at writing a story. Even when it's not his best story, it can still be interesting. Besides Long Dick Gold Island, because the first
Magma
part of it
Island.
sucked. It's not like super
why does
bad.
it sound like you're deep throating your mic?
You want to hear Zach deep throat his mic?
Not really, but kinda.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Corey.
It's not the first time.
Wait, hold on. I need to do something. I need to find the Zen first.
Oh God. That's
The grapefruit technique.
grapefruit technique for burping. But
Yeah, I've done that, and like douchebags in my school just walk up to me, "Oh, do the grapefruit technique," and I'll do that, and they'll be like, "Oh, bro."
yeah. But yeah, I agree with Zach in where it's like it's unironically one of the I think JoJo might just be under it for me
Mm-hmm.
because JoJo was legitimately my favorite story ever, the entire thing, and then once I got back into One Piece, that's just knocked it off immediately. Because in JoJo you'd have certain points which is like, oh, this doesn't really make sense, and Araki kind of botched an entire part, and yeah. But with One Piece, it's just I still don't get me wrong, JoJo is still a fantastic series. It's like at least at the moment it's just coming behind like slightly because overall JoJo is still really good, and even though Araki messed up part 6 quite a bit, parts of it were definitely still enjoyable, and a lot of the ideas he had were really good. But yeah, One Piece
Except
is
for
just ahead.
part 6 being written. That was a bad idea.
Yeah, listen, okay, Foo Fighters is good, bro.
I thought it was something really bad, but continue.
Yeah. Yeah, that's literally it. One Piece.
Yeah.
Well, to put it into perspective, I don't know if I should immediately go with this, but my top 5 animes at the moment, or anime or manga, whatever, goes One Piece, JoJo, Dragon Ball, Assassination Classroom, and no, actually no, One Piece, JoJo, Dragon Ball, Gurren Lagann, and Assassination Classroom. Those are my top 5.
I see you're one of those dweebs.
I fucking love them, bro.
Fucking wrecked, idiot.
It's okay. That shit's good.
No, like, I agree. They're like great. They're just very mainstream.
I know. But
But yeah, I agree.
Eric's favorite anime / manga's fucking Domestic Girlfriend. That's not mainstream. That's just disgusting.
And it's not even good. He's just horny.
yeah. He's like, oh bro, you should watch the entire thing, yo. She like gets to the end, and they start doing stuff, and I'm like, I watched 3 episodes of this, and it's unfun. This gives me
Just
no
admit-
joy.
Just admit to being horny and say that High School DD is the best anime. And I wouldn't disagree with you.
He has shifted to I no longer wish to be horny. I just want to be happy.
Yeah, no, because
his fucking girlfriend broke up with him. He always says that. He never says it in front of like fucking Joel or James. It's always in front of the people who have never had girlfriends.
Yeah.
And we remind him, and he's like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot."
Yeah, it's Eric's one of my boys. I love him, but yeah, sometimes
I'd
just
sell
horny.
him to the bourgeoisie.
Yeah, but yeah, Eric can't talk about anime. Just sure he likes Dragon
Yeah, he's had
Ball.
sex before.
Yeah, he like the only anime that there are 2 animes that I really agree on liking with him. It's JoJo's and Dragon Ball. He hasn't finished part 4 of JoJo's, and
He hasn't finished part 3. What the fuck do you mean?
oh really? Oh yeah, he hasn't. And
Why is he just not finishing the best part?
Listen, to each their own, but I'm gonna have to
Eric
disagree
can't
with you on that
commit
one.
to anything
He don't commit.
except to vaping.
We make Corey, for context. I don't know if I talk about Eric around you that
Eric
much.
rips fat ones. That's the context.
No, but he's the relative poor kid in our friend group. Like-
Relative.
He's like the one kid that's poor in our friend group. The stereotypical.
Don't you
poor
say
one.
you're poor, so he's poorer than you.
Oh yeah.
You live in a 2-story house. Fuck you mean poor? Maybe by Broughton standards, you higher echelon fucks.
No, but when I say poor, Corey, for me, I mean like literally by myself, I am poor. Like I have $300 in my bank account. Eric's standard, his entire family is poor. He has to.
He has
His
$6
entire
in his
family has
account.
$300.
Thereabouts. Like he literally gets a free scholarship into like certain universities because the government feels sorry for him.
That story is my favorite because literally this happened during commerce with me, James, and we were sitting there, and I made a joke. Oh, it's about him being poor, so they're giving him a free scholarship. And then he comes back to us during fucking lunch, and that's what it's about. And I laugh to him and at his face for a solid 5 minutes of just me cackling up, and he is silent.
Poor.
Yeah. It's just like genuinely I still love Eric as a friend, but it's so easy to make fun of him.
It's so easy, bro.
Yeah. But we all love him. And
Love's a strong word.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, what's your least favorite minority group?
My answer is out there to the world. I need say no more than episode 7. Corey, for some context, when we recorded, I think, episode 7 of
It
the
was.
podcast.
It's the one with the Jeep
Yeah.
pie in the thumbnail.
Yeah, I went on at least like a 40-minute long rant That was just the most obscene shit about people who are on the autism spectrum and or have Down syndrome. Like, I watched that a week later, like when Callum released it, and I went fucking yeesh.
Yeah, and you
I
only.
don't think this is a good time to bring up that I have autism.
Wait, actually.
Yeah, wait.
I'm not diagnosed, but like,
Okay. I'm sorry, I didn't know. But
no, it's not fair. I said that as like a joke.
oh fuck me. Okay, I fell for that one. Fuck.
I understand sarcasm, retard.
No, like, I'm not
Yeah.
lying, but like I joke because like he hates autistic people. Like,
Oh,
It's a joke.
No. Okay, no, Corey.
I know 40 minutes is a lot.
So
No, you ironically spend 40 minutes at a KKK rally Sunday. Everyone thinks you're racist. Okay.
okay, Corey, hear us out. Okay, so
List of reasons I don't hate this specific minority.
No.
I have a friend who's autistic.
no, okay, so this just doesn't make it any better. But Cameron was there participating in it with us, and
He was
also
pretty silent.
no, he was there, and also the entire thing was purely based around the people, that rummage through other kids' bags, take their bionicles, and then lie to their faces. And
It was
get
a Hero
pictures.
Factory. It was a Hero Factory
Bio-
breakout set. It was like a green guy on a motorcycle. This is fucking vivid.
And Zach doesn't actually like legitimately hate autistic people.
No, yeah, I had
Yeah,
a friend.
yeah.
I had a friend in that special needs class, and he was awesome. Well,
Yeah.
obviously, some of those kids, like there are some of those kids you just should never put in a regular school because them and most other kids just will get along so poorly.
Yeah, and that was the thing we were talking about. We went. I will admit the shit that we said went overboard, but in the context of the podcast, you can see that it's clearly a joke. And
yeah. I don't think anything you say is like serious. I just
Yeah.
remember like one time I was talking to you, Callum, and we were just talking about like burning and sacrificing all gays and just like putting them on a cross and like burning them alive. Like the most obscene, like horrific stuff, but like it's a joke, so it's fine.
I actually don't remember this.
I vividly remember it.
Yeah, but yeah, I genuinely don't have any hate towards groups like that. As long as you're not hurting me, I don't really care. Oh,
As long as your existence does not affect my life.
yeah, it's just, yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, oh, if you're not hurting me, that's fine. But if you specifically come up to me, kick me in the shins, and then like shit on my dog, we're gonna have some problems.
Because there are times when I felt sorry for Kobe, despite the fact he was a huge dickhead. I didn't think he should have gotten his shoulder dislocated by an ex-rugby player.
Wait, Mr. was an ex-rugby player?
Yeah, he played for the fucking New South Wales, like I think they're called the Blues or the Warriors. Which one?
Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he was an official fucking thing. You know, never became a wallaby, but cringe.
Yeah. But
Yeah, but I had this concept. I was at the gym because I got fucking reminded of it. Reoccurring nightmares. Do you guys have either of those, like a reoccurring dream and or nightmare?
Curry, I'll let you go first if you want.
Yes, I don't think I should share.
Okay, that's fair.
Because this one has fucking haunted me for this year and this year alone. So the dream is I am in my school. It is vividly my school, same architecture, and like the very beginning. It gets distorted later, but we'll get to that. And so everyone leaves for like a special class because that period we have a special thing going on, and I don't know where there is. So I ask a teacher, and they say, "Oh, that's in the photography room. You know, the white room." And in both of the dreams I've had this, I just pretend to know where that is, and I go on a fucking adventure. it's slowly panicking more and more every time I open a door, and it's not the white room. I
The
walk into a
white
class. Oh, this is Spanish. Why do we have Spanish? No time to answer. I must find the white room. I find a room that is white. Is this the right room? No, it's actually grey. Your eyes were deceiving you the whole time. Run. Time is limited. And it's just this building of anxiety and pressure to find the white room. And I explore the entire school. And then it's like, oh, I've explored the entire school. Is this just a prank? And then a new part of the school, like, unlocked, like a fucking video game. Oh, I've got to enter this shit now. And I always wake up in a cold fucking sweat.
Bro, have you ever thought that that might mean something?
What does the white room mean, bro?
White supremacy. Be right back.
Oh shit, yeah, okay. But that's terrifying, Zach. Oh god. Like when you wake up, do you like jolt up and you're like panting and shit in the cold sweat?
Jolt up. I just open my eyes. I've woken up and then I process what just happened and then I jolt.
Okay, yeah. Like, is it one of those nightmares where you like try to go back to sleep but you can't?
Oh
Or-
no, I fucking wake up at reasonable times because it'll always wake me up like 5 minutes before my alarm.
Okay, yeah.
I don't. A nightmare is yet to wake me up at 3 a.m. and if it does, I'd get very violent because I cannot for the life of me ever go back to sleep unless I am like extremely sick and weary.
Yeah.
Like it was literally Saturday. I woke up at 12 a.m., had a drink of water, went to go piss, went back in bed, had another drink of water, laid in it, woke up again, pissed, took another drink of water, pissed again, watched some YouTube, went back to bed, and then I woke up again, and then I just went to the bathroom, pissed. So that we're up to 4 pisses, and it's only like 6 a.m. So you better wet your towel, fuck boy. We're on an adventure. Drank some water, woke up, looked at it, was like, oh, 7:30, I'll go back to sleep. Wake up, it's 8:50 now.
I want to put that under a shirt. Wake up, drink water, piss, repeat.
Yeah, in that day, I drank 4 liters of water and pissed 8 times.
Yeah.
Only 2 of those times was the water not completely clear.
Yeah. I've actually
Those
never
is-
had any reoccurring nightmares, but I have this one nightmare that I remember from my childhood. And it's not particularly scary, but I guess to me as a kid, it was actually terrifying. The nightmare was, so I'm in my old house, and like I just walk outside, and there's a shed. There's like this wooden, like cottage-looking shed, kind of like the porta potty from Shrek, like in that design. And so I walk into the shed, and I see this like these 3 mice. This, and they're like as big as me. One of them's clearly a mother. The other 2 are the like 2 kids. And so I don't, cause like this memory is just slowly fading away from me. So I remember they were like singing a song of something like they're going to catch us, they're going to catch us, something like that. And so and
Fucking
then like
chanting rats, bro.
yeah, and then my dream goes into third person and it pans up and I just see the fire monster from Ben 10, from the first Ben 10, just walking over my neighborhood. And it's the scariest thing child me has ever seen. And yeah, and it just ends. That's where the memory ends. That's where the nightmare ended, I think.
I have very different nightmares. Mine is just I'm walking up the street of my house. I see a fucking snake. I see an a brown snake starts chasing after me. I try to run, and I'm like like in the motion of a full sprint, but my speed is like just a walking pace. And I look back and it's catching up to me, and I just try to run. And then I wake up. Then I drink some water, and then I piss, and then
Yeah, but that was like that's the main nightmare that I had as a childhood. It's not really, it's like a one-time thing that I always remember. But the nightmares that I have now are things like, oh, you're in your room and there's just this it's black in this room, and a white face just appears.
are you having fucking sleep paralysis?
No, it's clearly not sleep paralysis, but it's like one of those dreams where it's surreal. Or I'll have a dream where I'm just going to school one day, and then I wake up and it's one of those.
I've had that. I've fucking had that.
You know, I wake up and it's one of those dreams where I'm like, did that really happen? I don't know. Or like it is genuinely a nightmare because something horrible. There's another dream I remember from my childhood where I was at my preschool and my mum was running with my sister, and these fucking like what's the fucking dinosaur with the long ass neck? I can't remember its name. I'm fucking
Sauropods.
yeah, and there's just these giant sauropod legs trying to stomp on them like a fucking bomb barrage. They're just going everywhere. And I can't do anything. I'm just standing there watching it happen.
Oh.
Fucking rip.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure my first ever nightmare was I was on the set of Yo Gabba Gabba. You remember that?
Yeah.
I was as small as like I was like half the size of like the fucking robot or whatever. And I just remember running, looking back, seeing Godzilla, but not Godzilla at the size. It was like Godzilla as the size of like a regular human, just on the set of Yo Gabba Gabba, and he's just chasing me, and then just fall into the void.
Yeah. The void is abyss, bro.
Yeah. No, I just fall in.
Yeah.
I'm looking in front of me, and then suddenly I'm just in the void.
Shit.
And then I attempt to scream, and I wake up, and I was like 5 years old.
Oh damn, bro.
And then I went on with my day and probably fucking tried to shank a kid. I don't know.
I remember I had my auntie or like my grandma or grandpa over something, and I come downstairs for breakfast, and my dad says to me, "What were you yelling at? Were you having violent dreams?" And because apparently during the night in my sleep I sat up, screamed, and then went back to bed.
My mum said something similar to me actually, where apparently one night she just opened the door to see if I was awake, and I just sat up. She said, "Oh, you're awake," and then I just went back down. I have no memory of this, but apparently it's just what happened.
Yeah, like I've never sleepwalked or anything like, but something like that. If I like walked in and I saw someone that I knew like sit up in their sleep, I'd be terrified. Cause I don't know what's
Exorcist
happening.
shit.
Yeah, it's exorcist shit. I don't know what's
Get some
happening.
holy water. Get your father. Burn it. Burn the child.
Burn the holy water like it's a book.
Burn Confucius's books.
I love my dad, but he can be very difficult sometimes.
You
Like
cannot swear on the holy day. That is not allowed.
like he tried to lecture me about spending money on video games, cause I saw this rare video game at Game Traders, and so I had money to spare to fork up for it, and so I was like, yeah, I'd like to get this, but I have school and my dad does night shift, so he can go get it for me. And so when I showed him the game, he's like, "Whoa, that's too expensive. You're paying too much for these video games." And he kind of went ape shit. And so I was like, "Hey, can you not try to lecture me on video games?" And I think I might have stepped out of line, like, on my own, but he was like, "You try to lecture me? How rude do you have to be?"
Do you have to be? I am the matriarch of this house. You ever test me, I fucking kill you. You understand the bitch?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, so Callum, did you see the pancake I made?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on it?
It's better than what I could make. All I'm gonna say.
You didn't see the underside, but it looked like a fucking chicken schnitzel on the underside.
I wish I saw the underside, because I saw that
I was
part.
so terrified to bite into it because I'm like, this is gonna be like a super crunchy. It's gonna be like deep fried bread. The texture of this thing.
Oh god.
Luckily it was edible, and I was able to consume it before anyone found out.
Nice.
Anyone in my family found out of the atrocity.
Yeah. Corey, do you have anything to add, or are you still going?
I remember I heard a faint scream. But it might have just been them talking and just instantly just cut out like a.
Yeah. I found someone on Facebook that looks kind of like you, Zach.
You'll never catch me dead, alive, reincarnated, becoming the entity Vishnu using Facebook.
Wait, I'll send it to the chat. Hold up.
By
Yeah,
the
my
way,
dad's
Corey,
the Godfather. Corey.
the voice I do is like spot on for Callum's dad.
Yeah. It is.
That looks nothing like me.
No, it's like at a glance, it's kind of got the glasses. It's got the hair. It's got the nose. If it was
That
reconstructed
nose
without
is
scars.
fucking. That's a giant schnoz. Those are giant lips. He has got more chin than forehead. I am genuinely insulted you've compared me to this man.
Oh, did Corey say something?
That was an
Oh,
attempt.
It's our mic echoing through it.
Like the faint squeal of a woman in a horror movie.
Wait, I'll just put in chat a comparison of like that.
Is it me in the fedora?
I can do that, yeah. I'll do you in the fedora, bro. Hold on, let me find that
I
shit.
love how I'm just in like the fucking corner of the image.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Where the fuck's the album, bro? Here it
Oh,
is.
but do I have that image on me?
I know where it is. Wait, are you talking about the one where you put a fedora on your head, or the one at my house where there's a fedora on your head? Because I have both.
This doesn't go all the way. Oh wait, no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Here it is. Wait, shit. Wait, why is me on me? Alright,
Yeah.
I'll get rid of my one.
But that's that's the comparison. Oh, I love that image so much. I also love the one where you're in my house with my fedora. I wanna see if I can get that one up. Cause that one, you look like such a neck beard in it,
Oh,
and I love it so much.
Corey's gonna make something apparently.
Oh god,
It's gonna be. It's gonna be just an image of like thousands of me, isn't it?
I'd find that hilarious. Oh fuck, where is this image? It's like further down. Cause I have a folder of I'm a very sentimental dude, and so I have a folder made up of like times when I'm spending with the boys or when I'm like super happy and shit. And there you are.
I need that image. Holy shit.
Like there are 4 of these. There are 4 images where you're doing different poses with that fedora.
Give me literally all of them.
I'll send all of them to here, hold on.
Just me, shirtless, underpants out, saying Monday. On what can I only assume to be a Saturday with the boys.
Yeah.
I've contorted my body so that my chin is fused with my fucking neck.
Yeah. Fucking where? Oh shit.
Basking out, holding a cola like it's a fuck. Yeah.
I wish. Okay. So. Yep.
The way I'm holding the cola in that drink is just how I hold drinks now, which is like super weird. I don't grasp them. I finesse them.
That sounds really rapey.
Finessing the Coca-Cola.
Bro, watch out. I heard Zach finesses Coca-Colas, bro.
Sounds more like highway robbery, but okay, retard.
Oh shit, that. I'll send that one. And then I got 2 more to send.
That's just Joel drinking water. I love all of these. Holy shit.
Wait, fucking, I've gone too far. I have like so many images and videos of you shirtless. They're fucking terrifying. Corey, I'm gonna be real with you. I haven't seen what you've made yet because I'm just trying to find these images real quick, and then I'll go and see. So
She's yet to unbox this shit onto the world.
they're yet to unbox it. Alright. Okay. And this.
Well, there's a very disturbing image of me. Oh yeah, there's this. But I don't think this is a very new image.
Yeah. Yeah, it's no. God. I love these images. Where's the one with Joel drinking a water? Oh, there.
I think you already.
Yeah, no, I was just looking back through the feed. I don't have that image.
Wait, the latest one I sent?
Yeah, the latest one. I don't have
That was in year 7.
Damn.
I just took a picture.
Like,
I have
for
an
no
image
reason?
of like Joel wearing my glasses. I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah. Oh my fuck. What like makes you want to take these like images of yourself?
Staring off into the void, not even looking down.
Oh, Corey, that's glorious. Oh my god. You're like thinking about life while you're getting the best head of your life.
He no simp.
What are these images, Zach?
Why?
What's this one? Where you're like taking a mirror selfie.
I was trying to see a wart that's on my back. I could not see it.
I have stolen this image. It is now mine. Oh my god.
This is just going through funny images of me.
Sadly, I won't be able to put them up on the thing because we want to try and keep this anonymous. But imagine this chunky Aryan boy with glasses, just shirtless and doing some of the most obscene shit, and then sometimes wearing a frog onesie.
That's just a cap.
Wearing a frog cap, and then sometimes making weird faces in a school uniform. Oh god. Oh, that's Joel. Yeah, that image is not for me.
I forgot I had this image.
What you see, what she sees.
That image was taken along with the videos of me doing retarded, it's like Fortnite dances or whatever.
Wait, hold on.
There's an image of me straight posted up.
Hold on. The comment that I added is for the one where you're looking down.
You made Daddy mad. This is disgusting, bro.
Oh. I like how you're so formal in the most recent image you sent. You look so like formal. You look like a
You know, it's
little
not
boy.
very formal. This shit.
Let me see. Oh fucking.
A fucking frog hoodie.
Yeah. Oh, what the fuck is this? What is this?
You mean the latest one?
Yeah. What? What'd you do? Did you just
Bro.
decide one day I'm gonna make a fort?
Yeah, pillow fort, bro.
Hell yeah.
I was also just shirtless.
Were you pantless as well or no? You had pants on.
Couldn't remember for the life of me.
Oh yeah. Fuck.
Oh.
What's this? This entire episode is just gonna be us laughing at Zach.
Yeah, hold on. This is a funny image that isn't me.
Why he head be like that though?
Uh-oh, Corey's made something.
Oh god.
Where you find this pic of me?
Yeah. Okay. Actually, Zach. I think we've milked this, but I wanna ask you about something. And Corey, feel free to enter in with this.
Did we milk my titties?
No, but you know how we were talking about Sean Schimmel, last podcast?
Oh yeah, he's voiced a bunch of cunts.
Yeah, and you know how he voiced Goku?
Yes.
He's come under fire, and the situation has taken a full round, where he was saying the bad homophobic F word during recordings of Dragon Ball Super.
Oh yeah, no, wasn't that like during OG Dragon Ball?
I honestly can't
Yeah,
remember.
it's an entire thing where he calls Gohan.
Yeah, it's like, my son's a stupid.
Yeah, they were all doing a bunch of edgy shit. The fact that people got on their case for shit done like during the late 90s.
Early
is
80s, I mean,
insane.
yeah, late 80s, early to mid 90s. Oh, no, yeah, Dragon Ball Z, sorry. Yeah, late 90s.
Yeah, you fool.
You said original Dragon Ball, like, this is alright, but yeah, you're correct.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of accurate. It's like they aren't saying that to anyone. They're just having fun.
Yeah. Personally, my stance on this, it's like, if you're recording that, like, around people, I'd trust those people to either, if they're really close friends, to throw away those sorts of things where it's obviously a joke, or to like keep them and laugh at them, but not like actively be like, I'm gonna out this person for this. Like, it's a very sticky situation where there's a lot that is very wrong, but yeah, yeah. I can see why people can be hurt by the people who are, I don't know that word, usually people who it doesn't affect but gets butt hurt from my experience. Yeah, Corey. I can agree. I think it's stupid to go after someone for something like this where it clearly happened a long time ago and they don't actually mean it. Sean Schimmel isn't like an actively, oh, I hate the gays sort of person.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, very true. It's like when you called Eric a bitch for his parents being divorced. You remember that?
I don't remember it specifically, but I can imagine me doing that.
Yeah. No, because we were laughing at something while playing a game of Siege, and they're like, "Oh, what are you laughing at?" Oh, and you just went off at him for having like parents that weren't happy, and then you screamed, "Yeah, you fucking bitch." Yeah.
Amazing.
But of course, those sorts of things, at least with you and me, they're jokes. We don't actually mean it to hurt anyone. And at least for me, if people get hurt, I want them to come to me and address it so I can be wary about it around them. I don't know about you, Zach. You seem to insult everyone within your proximity.
I mean, I've seen people say like horrendous shit, but obviously, when in the context of a joke, it should always be taken with that side of it's like, this could be because obviously the like people at the KKK are gonna find those kinds of jokes funny, but it's still important to remember, like especially in the scenario of Sean Schimmel, he was around people when he was like recording for the Boo Arc, so people he had known for a long time.
Yeah, and I'd think that you'd consider those people really good friends by that
Yeah.
point, or like close enough.
And obviously, he definitely wasn't doing it to openly harm anyone, so I don't really see the problem in it of itself.
Yeah.
Like out of ignorance, like if someone obviously listened to that and was offended by it, they have the right to be like, oh, that was, I really wish you didn't do that, or at least this wasn't released.
Yeah.
But when it's people who are like completely indifferent to the situation, just telling people how to feel, I think it's absurd.
Yeah. It's there's a really good moment kind of like this. One I was listening to this Snark Tank podcast a while ago. Chris Reagan and Tom Sweeney and all that were talking about how this one episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia that was making fun of Hispanics was banned in that country, but all the Hispanics loved it because it was in Puerto Rico, so all the it was making fun of Puerto Ricans, but everyone that watched it actually loved it and would genuinely like pirate it and stuff to try and watch it because it was just that good. And it was probably purely based around the fact that they were like, "Oh no, I'm getting offended for these people," which I don't like to see. I don't like to see people where a situation doesn't affect them and they get offended for someone. That's such a dumb reason to go against someone, I think.
Like I've seen people, because obviously, my parents are from New Zealand, and we have many cousins who are of Pacific Islander and or Maori descent.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people, like, obviously, especially in Australia, make those jokes, but when a lot of people outside of Australia hear those jokes, I imagine they're probably at least a little bit taken aback, or at least if because obviously if like the average fucking blue checkmark journalist heard like some of the shit that Australians say, they'd be super offended. But you look at directors like Taika Waititi, every role he plays is some extreme stereotype of the average
he
Kiwi.
played Hitler, bro. That was
His
a
voice
stereotype
is like
of
this,
Hitler.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well.
I think in both Boy, Hunt for the Wilder People, and in Thor Ragnarok plus Endgame, he does this voice, man, highly exaggerated.
Yeah.
Some might call it offensive, but that's on them, man.
Yeah.
I won't judge, but I'm just saying, I don't find it me.
Yeah, and I'll just read what Corey has said. I've been called both as a joke and not, so I don't say it cause I understand it as a trigger word, especially for teens. I personally take the word lightly.
I agree with that. I'm not gonna like scream it out or like say it to someone who's like I know. But like if someone overhears it, I'll apologize. But I'm not gonna like stop saying it with friends. I'll just be more careful when saying it.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you
in public.
Because it's if I were to move into a house with you, Zach, there are certain things that we would say in that house that would not leave those walls. That we would obviously not show off in public.
I think we'd scream it enough that the neighbors would just get too intimidated.
No, but like in all seriousness, like we wouldn't. If there's something that we say in our house, like if we were to live together, and I think especially because you and I are very close friends, we say things that we wouldn't usually say to other people. Like, Yeah, just certain
Yeah.
jokes and stuff. that we
Like, if you're
wouldn't
going on a
say.
first date, you're not gonna
You're
do a
not gonna.
40-minute rant about how you hate autistic and retarded people.
Which was mostly a joke, may we add.
I don't like the use of that word mostly. That was a complete joke. I think
I don't
there
know
are a
what's
lot
going
of fault
on in
by
your
the
head.
system.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on in your head, though, okay? I am you.
What's
But-
going on is that I don't hate people for things out of their control.
Yeah.
Is the thing that's going on in my head. Bitch. Bitch
Yeah.
boy, yellow fuck.
Yeah, like, see, he said something like that to me, and
I've said
I'm Asian.
significantly worse.
Yeah, you've said much worse. You've called me slurs and stuff, and I've taken that on the chin because I understand that it's a joke, and we're not genuinely gonna start attacking each other over something like that.
Like when I told you the story about how I saw a flock of Asian people, and I began it with and when I began it with I saw a bunch of your kind, you understand it's a joke.
Yeah, I know that it's a joke, and it's like a play on the fact that a lot of people see a lot of Asian people as looking very similar.
I already told you, exact same height, exact same hairstyle, facial structure, the exact same. I got close enough to see them fuckers, and let me exact like a clone.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know, it's something like that where we're not gonna go out and say, listen here, I saw some of them types loitering around, buying up all my food and stealing my job. We're not gonna say something like that in public or like around people that we don't know or that we just met. Because
Yeah.
that's something horrible that you wouldn't want to say to someone, especially if you don't know what boundaries there are.
I'm not gonna walk into like some Chinese restaurant and start calling them Ray. I can't think of a Chinese joke off the top of my head. Communist, that's one.
You're not gonna.
Dirty commies. I wouldn't walk into a restaurant and call a bunch of Chinese people dirty commies.
Yeah.
But I call Callum one because that's what he is.
Yeah. That's just something that I thought was worth bringing up, the whole Sean Schimmel situation, and that in general would be at least my stance on things like this. Where it's like, oh, you said that a long time, you're either with friends or people that you are very close to. So, just as long as you wouldn't say that in person around people that you barely know, it's fine. Sort of thing. But pedophilia is another thing. Fuck pedophiles.
Thoughts on Sean Dawson blackface? I'm gonna be real with you. At least for me personally, I draw the line at blackface. I would never do that shit.
Yeah. I think so.
I also
Wait.
never laugh at those jokes. I don't think he should have been like assaulted for it. He should have been assaulted for fucking his cat.
Wait, what about
Yeah, but
what about Robert Downey Jr. blackface? What are your thoughts on that?
that was an explicit joke in the movie.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
like that was like making fun of the Sean Dawson blackface.
Of the Shane Dawson, and in general of
Shane
actors going so far to do a role that they
Yeah,
that they'll end up losing themselves, like Hayden Christensen, where he literally became a skeleton for a role. Yeah.
but on the whole, like on him doing that, if like a black person is offended, I'm not gonna like talk about that as if I know anything, because
Yeah.
for me personally, it doesn't do anything. But obviously, I understand there are various implications with that.
Yeah.
That and effects that may linger today. So I generally try to stay away from super sensitive shit like that. But for me personally, like if someone showed up in blackface, I'm not gonna laugh because it's blackface. I'd laugh at the ridiculousness. But Shane Dawson is not someone who's ridiculous in the funny way, I think.
Yeah, I agree with you. Blackface is one of the things that you just don't touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those taboos where you understand why it's a taboo.
Yeah, I actually had this sort of conversation in class with my teacher, where he was like, "Oh, do you think jokes or certain things should be censored?" And this was for me, at least when I was talking about it. I was saying, um, it's like how if it's still affecting people, don't make fun of it. But if there's been an amount of time or the effects have been nullified by a degree, it's fine too. I think comedy is there to push the boundaries, but there are definitely some things that you
Okay,
leave
for that,
alone.
my take on this is that I personally think comedy should have no boundaries. If someone wants to, if like, if Ricky Gervais wanted to dress up in like traditional African tribal clothing and shout "ooga booga" for an entire hour, fucking good on him. I won't find it funny, and a lot of people won't. And if you get shit for it for that not being funny, sure, I guess. But as long as like,
As long as it's a joke at the end of the day, as long as he's not being serious.
yeah, if he was being serious, then it'd be a situation of like, yeah, fuck off.
Yeah, that was sort of the point that I was trying to make.
I think everything can be made a joke of, because obviously, I think both me and you have made several jokes about the Holocaust.
Oh,
But
if I probably have a ton of footage of us making fun of that.
absolutely the horrible
Okay,
shit.
I'm
And
back.
like, oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
but it's
With the
like,
comedian thing,
pun?
you can go.
Zach, just go.
oh, okay. So
We've made jokes about the Holocaust.
yeah, but for me, that's sort of because for me, I have like two things of comedy: super real comedy, like super specific, like making fun of Eric because he's poor; slightly ridiculous shit, like jokingly being a redneck racist, and then like super absurd shit.
Like hitting your head on a bottle whenever someone comes near you to say hello.
Hold on. I need to finish what I'm saying, and I'll discuss that after Corey speaks. You insolent fuck.
I was jumping the gun. I just wanted
But
to get that out.
something like blackface, I think is too specific, and not really absurd to the level that I enjoy.
Okay, yeah.
Like if you laughed at that, I wouldn't want to not be friends with you. But I don't think I'd really like ever laugh at a blackface joke,
Yeah.
because it's one of those things where it's like there are levels of ridiculousness where it is still plausible.
Yeah.
Like, because for blackface, when you do that, you're not making fun of someone. You are specifically making fun of a trope. But even then, I don't think that is necessarily ridiculous enough to warrant like a joke that I would make. Because I make, the joke about like jokingly being racist, making fun of those KKK neo Nazis because no one loves them and no one ever will. And like
Yeah.
real shit is because I know that person, but that is like in like a no man's land of like too specific, but like too absurd, but also not absurd enough. If you get what I mean.
Yeah, wait, I just want to quickly interject. This is including because I recently uploaded a video where we made fun, or you made fun of, you made fun of Muslim people, by saying they sneezed and they're not allowed in airport anymore.
That's me making fun of how ridiculous airport security is.
Yeah.
Because there are people who would just sit on a plane, see a man with a turban, and like start hitting people to escape.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of those things where it's like, it's specific to that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just thought I'd add that out there just in case someone decided, yo, that's
Because I'm also
dumb and
not
stupid.
the type to like wear a turban and like wear a fake bomb vest.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Corey, what were you gonna say? Because your opinion.
It's like
Mm.
my thing with comedy is like, yeah, I don't think it should be censored,
Mm.
except when like it can be a means of like an organized like takedown of like a minority group, or just like it could kind of like what Nazism is and was.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to be like disguised as like comedy.
Yeah,
It's
I
like a
understand
very
that.
like
Yeah.
a
I understand.
very like small like chance of that happening. on a small scale, but like that's like my only exception to censoring comedy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I see that. I'm definitely heavily more towards Zach, where I don't really think comedy should have bounds, but yeah, if it's something like blackface, where that still has repercussions in today's day and age, you shouldn't touch that unless it is like
No, I
specifically
don't
in the
mean
context of
like
the joke. Yeah.
I don't mean like blackface, but legit kind of just like joking about like orchestrating like a mass murder.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like there's no punchline in that. It's just like
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, you
I
don't say,
understand.
"Oh, I just ironically did this massacre."
You don't go on stage and you say, "Okay, boys, set your clocks for Sunday, the 11th of December. You might want to get out of town square. I organized something special."
Yeah,
because even
yeah.
if it is a joke, like some people don't.
Yeah. Some people
People
won't take it as a
go out of
joke.
hand.
Mm.
Like, don't come to school tomorrow is really funny with a Nerf gun, but when it's an actual gun, it's a little less
Yeah,
funny.
it's not funny. Mm.
Yeah, the thing with like the Joker film, like 2019 one, when people like wanted to like take the film out of cinemas because there was like
That's dumb.
because I was saying it's gonna cause more shootings and
Yeah.
violence.
Where they were like,
Not
"Oh,
like
someone's gonna get killed," like how that happened with the. It stemmed from how I think it's Batman Begins, where they had the Joker in that, and that's where there was a shooting at that cinema when it was at a cinema
But
when it was
actually,
hosting it.
that shooting was actually completely unrelated, and it was
Yeah.
just the most packed cinema.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
but people saw that and they're like, "Oh, what's something that's crazy, that's like maniacal and evil that can be drawn to this? The Joker? Hyper-realistic violence? Oh no, it must have been inspired by the Joker." Which was really dumb, because actually, there was no violence at the 2019 Joker film, but some guy had a machete at Frozen 2 and like stabbed a ton of people.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there was a gang war at Frozen 2. I remember that story.
Yeah,
Uh,
but
Blood in the Crib's about to sing some Let It Go shit.
yeah. Was that what you were saying, Corey, or was there any more? Because I don't want to take up your
no,
entire
that's
point.
about
Sorry.
it. No, I'm all good. Like you're just like adding to it anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
I get my ideas out there. Whatever goes with them, I'm
Don't
fine with.
worry, Callum, you're not mansplaining, you're still a good ally.
Yeah. Shit. Let's.
Is
What?
this where we end the podcast?
I mean, if you wanna, because I'm down to still just talk about one more thing, and Yeah.
What is it?
The Mandalorian, since we haven't
Oh,
really
it's
talked
so
about it that
good.
much.
Season 2.
Season 2 is yet to,
No.
like, truly impress me.
I gotta
I
agree
just
with
like.
Zach. Personally.
I'm just happy to see it again. It's like
Absolutely, it's a really good series, but it is, like, yet to come close to, my favorite episode, which I'll like try to get the exact episode, but in the final episode of season 1.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like one of the really big things with season 1 was that it started off really quickly with like, "Oh hey, here's this thing, here's our characters, here's like the main cast and all that. There's this problem, there's this child and they're on the run for it." While season 2, it's kind of just like it's turned into this planner of the week sort of thing where it's like, "Oh, we overall have an ultimate journey, but we're just gonna make little stops here and there that don't seem to matter." But I don't know because it hasn't finished, as far as I've seen. And in general, there wasn't really anything that I was actively looking forward to in it. I didn't think, "Oh wow, maybe this is gonna happen," or nothing really took me off by surprise. Like when
Yeah.
I'm 2 episodes behind it at the moment, but when I think her name's Bo-Katan, the leader of the Mandalorians, when she came, I wasn't like flipping out over it. I'm like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, cool, I guess."
Hey, is she an
Because
established character?
yeah, she's from Clone Wars.
I was hoping she'd like be some mad dictator that the Mando would fucking shoot.
Yeah. Like, if something like that happened, where it turns out she got corrupt because of the power, and because the entire thing in Clone Wars with her was that her sister was the leader of Mandalore, and then she got fucking executed like Franz Ferdinand. And so there was this entire thing of, oh, is she gonna be good enough like her sister, or will she just lead this entire planet and civilization into ruin? And so with someone like Bo-Katan, I feel like it'd be interesting if it turned out she was actually like people. It showed that people can truly change in the Star Wars universe, instead of going from like, oh wow, instead of doing a Barriss Offee where it turns out that they were evil all along, to pull a full you see an eventual twist during the series. Because as far as I know, we haven't really seen a long-term twist like that. Besides certain events, which weren't really, oh, I'm switching sides. It's more, I've discovered that thing. With specifically, the one that comes to the top of my head is Fives at the end of Star Wars The Clone Wars, where he finds out, oh no, no, not Fives, Echo. Shit, I don't remember. I gotta remember their names, but one of the 501st, one of the main ones since the Moon episode, the last surviving one. He figures out, oh no, it's all a ploy, and I gotta tell Anakin and Rex about it. And you see over this course of episodes just his eventual turn to becoming more drastic and needing to get there in quicker and faster. But he's eventually thwarted and stuff like that. Where we haven't seen a real character, like you haven't seen them actually turn to the dark side. They've either always been there, or it's some half-assed reason, and it's not like power
Like,
corrupts.
have you seen like the new Star Wars films?
I have,
Just like
but
for like Kylo Ren, for example. Like you know, like his whole character arc, like from the beginning, you know, like he's just battling with like, is he good or evil? So it
yeah,
wasn't like
it
there was like
wasn't.
no surprise, there was no
Yeah,
twist, and like nothing felt
like it felt like
nothing
you'd
was
see it
achieved.
coming, and it just felt like a really disappointing thing where you saw it coming and you're just like, oh, it's gonna happen. Oh well.
Yeah, and even when you think it's happening, like maybe they do it in a good way. For me, it was
Yeah,
very
it was just kind of like,
disappointing.
oh, I'm good now because my father before me and destiny and shit. It was just like, oh, okay, whatever.
Mm.
I don't really care, sort of thing. What about you, Zach? Or did you zone out?
I'm not invested enough in the Star Wars universe to really care about this. All I know is that I went to Last Skywalker with Callum and we made fun of it because it's a terrible movie.
Oh yeah, we did. Cause
Uh,
yeah, my
I went to watch it just because I like thick Kylo Ren.
oh yeah, like one of the reasons why I went to go see it was kind of like, oh, I've already seen the past two movies. I may as well see how it ends. And one thing
Yeah.
I can give it props for is visuals. A lot of the visuals are really cool and interesting in like in concept, but the way
Mm.
it worked with the plot just didn't make sense. Or like it was very unconventional. It was like, oh no, there are these really big battleships. How are we gonna destroy them and stuff? We're gonna run across them and throw things into hatches while we have this big ass banshee running along with us. Why? It just seemed
Yeah,
unconventional.
the choreography, like the fight scenes, just like how they moved, it was very odd. And like not
Yeah,
like any of the other Star Wars films or just like any like action film.
yeah.
It was like, huh?
Yeah, it's just one of those things where I think in theory and maybe if it was executed in a different way, it would have worked really well. Like um yeah, just the choreography. But I still think a lot of the background and the dogfights during the series were just I really like Star Wars dogfights. I think majority of them, if not all of them, are just really good when you really get into the action of it. personally. But I could be wrong. I could have a really shitty opinion. So there's that.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where we wrap it up then.
Also, I'd like to quickly apologize, Corey, because there are a few times where I'm pretty sure I cut you off halfway through you saying shit. That's a
No,
bad
like-
habit I've only really recently noticed.
Yeah.
No, I feel like it's just because like we don't really like the chemistry, like knowing when to start and speak. Like you haven't like cut Callum off at all. It's like, and it's like also a problem with me. Like I just like don't know when to speak.
Yeah.
But that's what it is, bro. But it is. It is what it is, and Yeah.
It is what it is.
so what usually happens at the end of these, Corey, is Zach says something obscene and stupid and dumb. Sometimes it's about Palestinians, sometimes it's about Lithuania, and sometimes it's about Bosnia. Zach, take it away, if you would.
This was caused by the Indonesians, I swear.